Mollie Blackburn. I'm a professor at The Ohio State University, and I am also an Equity Fellow at the Midwest and Plains Equity Assistance Center.
How can we create a safe and inclusive school environment for LGBTQ students?
Current efforts, particularly effective ones in creating a safe and effective and inclusive environment for LGBTQ students in schools, are having enumerated language in policies around anti-bullying and specific policies for, particularly around gender, but LGBTQ youth more broadly, around the use of lavatories and locker rooms. So having those policies enumerated and specific are more helpful to LGBTQ students. Also having gay straight alliances or gender and sexuality alliances in schools offers some support for some LGBTQ students. Doesn't meet the needs of all of them, but it does support some of them. It also, because it typically includes straight allies, it lets LGBTQ students know students who are like safe people to go to seek support. Ways that teachers can do that are by LGBTQ inclusive curricula, and also just being informed and supportive, both teachers and staff, so nurses and counselors and administrators. Being informed and supportive is one way that can really let LGBTQ students know that they are not alone and that there are people, particularly adults, they can go to for support.
How can educators specifically support LGBTQ students?
Can include positive representations of LGBTQ people in their curricula. They can convey they are supportive with small class like decorations and things on their doors. So it can be like stickers or posters of LGBTQ people from history, or people in the content areas that they teach. My experience with LGBTQ youth is that they see those things, they take note of them, and they connect them with the teachers as supportive people. Teachers can also just be open to the possibility that LGBTQ people are in their classrooms. They can do this with their language, so honoring students' name preferences and pronoun choices, or just their correct pronouns. Use they, them, and their if that's students' preferences, or if they don't know the the pronouns that the students use. They can address parents and guardians instead of moms and dads. They can, teachers of adolescents can talk about friends and dates, but not boyfriends and girlfriends, for example. So just being careful with your language to be inclusive.
How can teachers create a more LGBTQ inclusive curriculum?
So one challenge is finding quality content, but it's out there more so than it used to be. And GLSEN, or the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, is one place where you can look for lists of curricular resources that can help you with finding quality content. Another challenge is teacher comfort and knowledge. And so this is where teachers educating themselves or professional opportunities being made available are really important. It's hard on LGBTQ youth when teachers try to engage LGBTQ inclusive content, but are clearly so unnerved by it that it just makes it visible that this is not a topic that's easily discussed in their classrooms. Another challenge is understanding where students are coming from. So try not to assume that they're homophobic or transphobic or even straight and cisgender, because the chances are you don't know. And so just when you're talking to your students, be open to the possibility of all the potential identities in your class.
What have you learned about urban versus rural LGBTQ students and the context-specific issues they face?
Some of the issues across urban and rural context are the same. So coming out can be hard, and negotiating familial relations can add to the complexity of that work. And of course, there are issues around homelessness and poverty everywhere. But some of their issues really are different. Urban kids are more likely to have extremely diverse home lives shaped by different cultures and religions and beliefs and values. And so that working across all of those differences can be complicated. And that said, they tend to have more resources beyond the family. So like LGBTQ youth centers that are accessible by way of public transportation are really important for urban youth. But it's a real gap for rural youth. So rural youth will be able to find some resources like that online, but accessing such face-to-face resources can be really hard. And for that reason, among others, rural LGBTQ kids typically experience more isolation than urban ones.